Hello dear students, you all are welcome to today's online class. Before starting our class, I like to make you introduced with a sign. Look at the board and on the board you see a sign. Can you say what sign is it? Yes, punctuation mark. But can you say specifically what is the name of this punctuation mark? Yes, quotation mark. Why is it used? Anyone, can you say? Yes, you are right. Quotation mark is used to quote someone's speech unchanged. Someone's speech unchanged. So, can you guess what may be today's topic? Yes, right, you are. Narration. Today we will discuss about narration. I will start from the very beginning. Narration can be divided into two types: direct narration and indirect narration. Direct narration consists of two parts: reporting verb and reported speech. Reporting verb and reported speech. Now I will write an example of direct speech and you will identify the parts. Karim said to me, I have done a good job. So, can you identify what is the reported speech and what is the reporting verb? Yes, I have done a good job. It's a reported speech. And reporting verb? Yes, said to. Said to is reporting verb. Reported speech. Okay. And Karim, subject of reporting verb, and me, object of reporting verb. I will change this direct narration into indirect one. Now, indirect. Karim said to or told me that he had done a good job. Dear students, now you will discover the underlying rules in this indirect speech. That is how the direct narration has been changed into indirect one. Okay, what change you notice here? Said to. There is said to or told. Told me the same. Here we find a change that there was inverted comma, but in the indirect speech there is no inverted comma. And he, who is he? Can you say? If you get the answer who is he, you have to question I. Who is I here? Who is I? Karim or me? Certainly I indicates Karim. So for Karim, here we can use Karim, but noun is used once at first and then we will use pronoun. It is usual rule, we know. And there is have, but here we get had. Why have has been changed into had? Think with your analytical mind, you will get the answer. If you think I have done a good job, this is a speech, direct speech, and uttered by Karim. When Karim uttered this speech? Certainly not now. He has uttered this speech at a moment in the past time. But at the present time, now we are discussing about his speech. Okay, we are now discussing about an incident what happened in the past. That's why here we used past tense. That is, present perfect tense has been changed into past perfect. Okay, so this mechanism we have discovered by analyzing these two direct and indirect speeches. Now we will go to another example. Hassan, direct narration. Hassan said to Jahid, he had visited Cox's. No, I. We will use I. I have visited Cox's Bazar. Cox's Bazar. I will give clue. You will answer. Okay. Hassan said to or told. You can use both. Told Jahid that dash. There is a gap, you will fill the gap. That had visited Cox's Bazar. Cox's Bazar. Dear learners, most of the students face problems while changing the pronoun. Okay, while changing the subject and object also. That's why I have made a gap with subject. Now you will fill this gap with subject. Here you can use what? Hassan, Jahid, I, he, what? What you can use here? To get the answer, like our previous examples, you will ask questions about I. Who is I here? Who is I? I indicates Hassan or Jahid. Think using your analytical mind. Hassan said to Jahid, I have visited Cox's Bazar. Who is I here? Certainly Hassan. So for Hassan you can use he, and in bracket H capital letter for Hassan. Yes, you are right. This will be Hassan said to Jahid or Hassan told Jahid. If there is any object here, you can use told. Hassan told Jahid that instead of inverted comma, we will use that if the reported speech is assertive sentence. Okay. So I have visited Cox's Bazar. This is assertive sentence. So we can easily use that conjunction that here, and we will use here he for Hassan, and have will be changed into had. Visited Cox's Bazar. Now I will give you another example with fill in the gaps. And you will feel that I am giving you fill in the gaps with pronoun. Why? Can you guess? Because from my experience, I realized most of the students face problems while changing this subject and object. Habib said to me, I have bought a nice shirt for you. Direct narration, Habib said to me, I have bought a shirt for you. Here I will also give you fill in the gap. Okay. I think you will be able to change this. Habib said to, since there is object we can use told. Habib said to or told me, and for inverted comma we will use that. Since it is assertive sentence, I think you will be able to write this part correctly. Now you will face with this. Okay. Use a pronoun, and have will be changed into had. Had bought a shirt. A shirt for, there is also gap. Now you will find out what pronoun will be used here and here. Okay. To get the answer, you have to think about I and you. Okay. Use your analytical mind. Who is I here? Habib said to me, I have bought. So who is I? Yes, you are quite right. Habib. Habib. For Habib, we will use pronoun he and in bracket H in capital letter. He had bought a shirt for you. Who is you? You indicates Habib or me? Yes, you indicates me. Habib had bought shirt for whom? Habib said to me, I have bought a shirt for you. You means me. Habib had bought a shirt for me. Okay. If you think in such a way, I think you will able to use the pronoun perfectly. Okay. What problem you face with this, you can easily solve by using this process. Okay. Dear students, now what I do usually in my classes, I will write a text or passage narration. Since in your exam paper you get passage narration, not a single sentence, passage narration. I will write down a passage narration, and it has been chosen from your textbook, English first for textbook. Okay, for class 11th and 12th. Okay, and it is a famous story. If I write down the first sentence, I think you will be able to know. or identify the story. I never eat, no, sorry, never drink anything for luncheon. I never drink anything for luncheon. She said. Neither do I. I answered. Promptly. Okay, this is a conversation. I have taken only 2 speech from this story. Yes, you are right. This speech has been taken from the famous story, The Luncheon. It is included in your textbook, Unit 3, Lesson 2, Eating Habit and Hazards. And the story name is The Luncheon, and it is written by Somerset Maugham. Okay, now think about this conversation. Who is the speaker here and who is speaking to whom? I never drink anything for luncheon, she said. So here we get one speaker, she. Neither do I answered. So I is another speaker. They are speaking about their choice. So how can we change it into indirect narration? Dear learners, in most of the passage narration, you face problems. You do not get any speaker in the first or second sentence. That's why I cannot identify who is the speaker and who is speaking to whom. To solve this problem, you will not be frustrated. I will suggest you to read the whole passage. In some cases, in the last sentence, the speaker is mentioned. If you go to the last sentence, and you will get the complete idea who is speaking to whom. Okay, here we get the idea. She is speaking. Here the speaker is I and another speaker is she. So I never drink anything for luncheon, she said. This is reported speech. I never drink anything for luncheon. Assertive sentence. So reporting verb said. We can use this said for assertive sentence, said to or told, if there is object. But if there is no object, we will use only said. She said to me. She said to me that. For inverted comma, we will use that. That I. Who is I here? Of course, she. That she never drink. V1 will be changed into V2, drank. She never drank anything for luncheon. Neither do I. Who said it? I. I answered promptly. So we can write here, I answered promptly. Neither do I means I also never drink anything. Okay, neither do I means I also never drink. So we will use the complete sentence. Okay, and of course in assertive sentence, I answered promptly that that I also never drank anything for luncheon. Okay, this is the indirect speech. I think you understood well. Dear students, I will suggest you, when you will learn any grammatical item, you will take the example from your textbook. If you do this, gradually you will be able to develop your 4 skills, as well as you will be able to get good marks in the examination. Okay, your text is well designed for developing 4 skills. This is a communicative syllabus, and it will gradually develop your communicative skill also. Okay, dear students, you will practice this at home, and now I will give you some short techniques only for the use of verbs, tense. Okay, if you in the direct speech, there are some time indicator. Tense is actually time indicator. Okay, tense indicates the time. Tense is nothing about the time. Okay, so in direct speech, indirect, if you get V1 or SES, you will change it into V2. If you get here V2, you will change it had plus V3. If you get here was or were, you will change it into had plus been. If you get in direct speech am, are, is, they will be changed into was, were. Have, has in direct speech will be changed into had in indirect speech. Shall, will be changed into would. Can, could. If you learn this in this short technique, I think you will not face any problem with the change of tense. Okay, dear students, I will not linger the class today, and you will practice this at home, and you will drill this. Okay, by drilling you can develop your fluency. Okay, like this, B1 will be changed into V2, V2 will be changed into had plus V3, was were will be changed into had plus been, am are is into was were, have has into had, shall will into would, and can will be changed into could. Okay, dear students, thank you all.